Hi guys, this is UniversalProgrammer and welcome to another video of Python for Beginners series. In this video, we are going to talk about lists. So let's get started. In Python, to define a list, we use square brackets. Inside square brackets, you can pass all the elements. So I can say 1, 2, 3. You can also pass strings like A or A something or anything. Now in Python or in lists, we have something called as indexing. So let me explain it. So say we had a list in which we have A, B, C, and we had all the alphabets till Z. Then the indexing starts from 0. So A has an index of 0, B has of 1, 2, and we'll go up to Z, which I think it's 26 or 25. It will be 25 because if you have 26 alphabets, then 1 minus 26 because it's starting from 0. I think that makes sense. It should be 25. Now, Python also has something else which is not present in most programming languages. So that is negative indexing. So Z also has an index of -1. You can access it using -1. So you don't need to remember the last element has an index of 25. You can just say -1 to get it. And then it goes like -2. So y will have an index of -2, x of -3, and so on. And I'm not going to calculate what this is going to be, so leave it. To print any index value or a particular element, you can pass it index. So I can say print the element which is at the 0th index of L. Save it, run it, and you can see it prints 1 because the 0th position is this one, so it prints 1. You can also print negative indexing in the same manner. So I can say L and I want the last element, and as you can see it prints the last element. You can also add elements to a list by saying append, and you can pass anything over here. I will just pass a string of object, and we can't see it because I always forget to print the list. So let's just print the list again. So I'm printing it twice. We'll just remove these because we don't need them. As you can see, another element has been added using append. But what if I want to add it at a particular index? I'm like, I want it at the 0th index. I can do that by saying index. So index, oh sorry. So I can pass it using insert, not index. Index gives us the index value or index of a particular object. We'll see that later. But for insert, it takes an index and an object. So I can say I want to add it at the 0th index and I want to add 12. Save it and please don't forget to print it. Save it, run it, and as you can see 12 has been added to the 0th index. You can also get the index like I said by using index. So we can say we want the index of 1. We are not going to say anything like start and stop. We'll just say that, and I'll just say index equals to this and then print it. Run, and as you can see it says that 1 is at index 1, and that's true. So let's just try something which is going to give us a better thing or a better number. As you can see it says 4 for A, which is absolutely correct. So let's just move on to something else. Now we have seen how to add elements to a list. But what if I had a list called A and it has something like, no, not 12, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, these two, just 2 because I don't know any more numbers. Anyway, so to include all the elements of this list, that is the list A, we can just say L dot extend and A, and we are going to print it again. I don't think we need these things now. So as you can see, it added all the elements of A into L, because we are just printing L, we are not printing A. There is also one more shortcut to this, which is just saying L plus equals to A, which is going to do the same thing. So as you can see, both of them are the same. Now we have added too many elements in our list, but we want to remove some of them. So to remove them, I can just say remove and then pass the value. Now I want to remove AE because I don't want to type any longer. And we also want to print it. Save it, run it, and as you can see, AE has been removed. Now we are using AE, but what if we want to remove an element at a particular index? We can do that by saying L dot pop and then printing L. Now L dot pop by default is going to remove the last element, which is going to be 223, but you can pass any index over here. So I can say 1, so it's going to remove 12. We can run it, and why is it not? Oh, because we passed 1, it should be 0. It's an index. So as you can see, 12 has been removed. Now pop also returns the value that it's removing, so you can say something like p equals to the removed value, but I'm not going to do that for now. And there is one more big topic that I want to talk about in this video, and let me just comment this. So in Python we have some helper functions. So say if I had a list called A and I want to find all the operations that I can perform on this list, I can just say, first I need to print it because this just doesn't print it. I need to say dir of A. It's going to give us a list of all the operations that we can perform on it. We'll just copy it and let me bring it over here. So these are all the operations. The ones which have these underscores are called as dunder functions or magic functions. Some people call them magic functions, but they are dunder functions. So we are not going to deal with them because they are generally not made for our use. They are used by these, the ones which are not dunder functions, but they are meant to be used internally, not externally. So we are not going to call those functions. We are going to call these ones. Anyway, these are all the operations that you can perform on a list, and you can do dir for next to everything in Python. So that's pretty cool. One more thing is, now I got these lists or this list of all the operations that I can perform on it. But how do I know which operation should I perform? Now you can also get help on a particular operation. So I can say help and then I can say a dot, let's say pop. I can save it, run it, and it's giving me an error saying 2, line 2. Oh, okay. So when I use or I remove those commas over there, it also removed all the commas over here. So we are going to comment them out, and I think I need to comment these also. And I'm going to remove these because you can do that in your interpreter. And we'll say help.pop, and I don't want to print. And as you can see, it gives us help. I think I should. And you can see that it says it takes an index. By default, the index is -1. This is how you get that. And it says removes and returns item at index. So I said it removes and it also returns. So that is how you get help. You can also say help for A. You don't need to be like I need help for aid or something. But then you get uh, a very big thing, like you get everything. Now, if you want to get everything, that's fine, but I just prefer using this and using dir. Get help for everything in Python. So I hope you learned something new in this video. I hope you like it. So if you like this video, give this video a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one.